Hello everyone, it's Robola here, and I'm back with the second episode of Ladder Analysis, where we analyze my games in order to perhaps learn something about this game. So we're gonna jump into it immediately. I also want to say that I'd really like you to send me some replays. Any level is fine, any matchup is fine, and I will cast them. Okay? So the mail will be down below. It's robola222 at gmail.com. So link is down below, so please send me your replays. The only thing I don't want is like a 4-pool game that ends in 2 minutes, okay? But besides that, I'm open to casting like pretty much everything. So today I have a TVP, which I talked about last time, because I really wanted to cast a TVP, and I did because I think I have a lot to learn in this matchup. This is probably by far my worst matchup in this game. So before we talk about that, however, we want to talk about the map a little bit. So this is Arcadia 2, I think. I think this one is called. So this is quite an interesting map. It's probably my favorite map as Terran in the current map pool, because you have this, right? So this is very interesting. You have two naturals, pretty much. You have one with gas and one without, and then you have this small choke to defend. So it's really easy to grab 3 bases, although you only have 2 gas. So, but even though like you play mech, I feel like having these extra minerals is really nice. You can pump out a lot of vultures. So I really find myself liking this map. And there's a big open space with some chokes like out on the map, and then you have another gas base to the top. You have this island base here, which I've never actually seen taken, and the same to the bottom. So it's a pretty interesting one. Securing any base beyond this is pretty hard, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting map, pretty cool map in my opinion. So I'm moving out to scout, which you should do. Getting my racks and my refinery. Racks on 11 and gas on 12 is the standard for this matchup. I'm building my racks here because apparently I've never gotten to use it. I'm not sure if this only works certain directions, but from what I've heard, the marine can pop up and down here, while a zealot can't. So if you're getting zealot rushed, yeah, this is really useful. He scouts me first because, of course, he's sapping away at my my poor CV there. So I'm telling him to go away. Go away. Starting up my marine, second supply depot. My screen got stuck there. It's pretty weird, yeah. He's going for probably 1 gate expand. I think he went for this game, which I think is a really good build for Protoss. You send your first Dragoons up here and just put pressure. Whatever, if there's a bunker there. Oops. Yeah, full screen is kind of messed up. This I'm gonna have to take a look at that. So yeah, where was I? Anyway, yeah. So 1 gate expand is pretty good with the cybercore, of course, because you want those dragoons on. Yeah, getting singularity charge and a dragoon. It's a pretty good build. I'm still trying to scout out where he is, and of course I scout him last. I should have actually realized when I didn't see him here that he was here because of the timing of the probe, right? But I'm dumb, so I didn't realize that. So yeah, I'm going for a siege expand because that's the safest build I really know how to do. I really like it. So initially here when I scout, I should be more reactionary here because actually I managed to get up his ramp and I see only 1 gateway. So actually, what I usually do, but I didn't do this game, is I usually delay siege tech and just get a tank out. Because like even if he gets up, like the most he can get up is like 2-3 dragoons, and it's never gonna beat like 6 marines in a tank. So you can usually cut siege mod, but I choose to get it this game, which isn't the worst thing in the world, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna expand behind it as well. His first dragoon is walking across the map. I think he's gonna reinforce it with the second one. Alright, now he's pushing the front, but this is a really big mistake by him. He walked too far forward, and this dragoon is gonna die. It's gonna die pretty because here my tank pops out and rip this dragoon. Just, you really want to keep that alive. Right now he pretty much can't stay here. Now he just has to retreat. Because he can't contest this. So pretty good start for me, I'd say. I'm starting my CC up here because with Dragoon I probably could have planted it on the low ground. That was pretty dumb. My meal is like, oh, I'm floating 600. I have to plant my expansion now. So that's pretty dumb. So one of the principles in TVP I want to talk about is when to get Academy and Engineering Bay. So what I usually do is I get it after 2 factories. So get 1 factory, expand, and then you get, after that you get a 2nd factory, and then you get the Engineering Bay and the Academy. Because you are gonna need detection and also turrets if he decides to Reaver drop you. So it's a pretty good metric to go by. Also, should start mines at this point and continue building tanks. I'm not doing that. So I got a vulture. I usually get 2 tanks before I get a vulture, but I thought, what the hell. I was like, I might as well make a vulture, right? I killed this first dragoon. He only did 1 gate pressure, right? So he's not gonna be able to do much. So I thought getting out on the map with a vulture might be nice. And of course I didn't go out on the map with my vulture because I'm bad. So it's something you can learn from me. Though he's gotten his expansion up, I planted on the high ground, so I actually have to float it down. I shouldn't have done that. Right. But actually I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna add on the 3rd factory pretty quickly and go for a pressure with vultures, marines, and tanks. So yeah, and behind this I'm gonna expand and make SCVs. So it's not an all-in, it's just a bit of a pressure build because he did go 1 gate, so that's something to keep in mind. So I was like, he's not gonna have a lot of units, and actually has even fewer units because he went for the fast Reaver drop. So he's actually really low on units, as we find out. The Reavers aren't actually that great unless you're really good at microing them, right? With a shuttle. They're not super great in straight up battles. Yes, I'm probably gonna push now, I think. Yeah, so not a very long supply block there. It's pretty good. So keep making SCVs. Keep making SCVs. Pretty sloppy. I should be making SCVs all the time. Yeah, but now I'm moving out. I have quite a few marines, so thought we might as well use them. And here his shuttle comes. So I almost get it with my marines here. So I know this is Reaver now. But I don't actually have an engineering base yet. I only have the academy. So I'm always wary of DTs. That's why I'm getting the quick academy. Oh, that's really bad. I tried to micro my marines away. They were followed by the scarabs, but I kind of messed up pretty badly. Also have some random units just hanging out around here. So this is pretty nice too. You can siege behind this wall and just scan and bombard their natural, which is super nice. Yeah, so he can't fight this straight up. Yeah, so he lost a lot of dragoons there. Yeah, so he lost this Reaver. He's pretty desperate at this point, but I don't have a lot left. Some more vultures are coming in to reinforce. Keep making units behind this, keep making SCVs. I'm also gonna take my 3rd behind this. So this is just a 3 factory pressure. I'm not even meant to win this game, but look how many probes I get here. It's actually insane. So his economy is not great right now. I just managed to pressure really well here. So this is one thing I think I did really well this game, because normally I wouldn't have pressured this early. But I thought since I did get his first Dragoon, and he was only doing 1 gate, I saw that I had an advantage that I could push. The macro is slacking off a bit here, and I'm gonna grab my 3rd now, I think. Yep. There we go. 3rd base. So easy to defend on this map anyway, so... Yeah, I lost some tanks, which is not great. Like, a lot of mid-game TVP is building up that tank count. So you really want to, like, the vultures you can sort of trade away, right? But the tanks you really want to keep alive because they take a long time to build up. Because usually you only have like maybe 2 machine shops. You can have up to 8 factories, but you're gonna have like 2 or 3 machine shops. So building up the tank count takes quite a while, to be honest. And he just throws away 2 dragoons for nothing here, which is already in quite a desperate situation. So I think throwing away 2 dragoons there is kind of bad choice, right? See, I'm building turrets now. This Reaver should have a hard time getting into my mineral line. I saw the shuttle as well, but it's not a Reaver actually. Yes, I also moved my vultures up here in order to help out. But yeah, I managed to get the shuttle there with the turrets. Then there's a random cellar in my base, but my vultures are gonna clean that up pretty easily. So let's see what he's doing. He's adding on a few more gateways. See, his economy is doing really poorly right now. It's going for mostly a Select comp, which isn't great because my vulture numbers are getting pretty ridiculous at this point. I have 5 factories as well. It's looking pretty nice. I could probably even get a 4th. Try to move on and get a 4th. But yeah, getting double armory, starting to tick up. Right, have a starport, should have my science facility as soon as possible now. And it's looking really great for me at this point. But here's the part where this matchup gets really awkward for me. Because you never know when you can push. And if you just cut off by 1 second and you don't siege your tanks in time, that's game over, pretty much. So you have to be really careful about engaging as Terran in this matchup. Because Protoss can usually afford to trade away their army, and Terran can't. Now in this game, it's not really true because he's on 2 bases while I'm on 3. So actually, I can afford to trade out my army while he sort of can't. It's not a position you want to be in as Protoss, right? You really want to be able to throw a lot of units at your opponent, because the mech army is generally more it's stronger in a straight up fight, right? Especially if the mech player has the better position with his tank siege and maybe fighting in a choke or something like that. It's usually very strong for the Terran player. So I'm pushing again. So I built up my tank count quite a bit. This is bad, right? I tried to plant mines amongst all these units, but I sort of failed because the vultures sort of derped out like StarCraft 1 units do. They're like, oh, derpy derp, and they don't do what you tell them. So it's pretty awkward. So I'm planting my mines over here instead. I figured this is far away, so he can't actually mine drag. But I'm not sure if that's true. He could probably still mine drag. I wasn't sure where to plant the mine. I should scan here again. So this is a really sweet position for Terran, right? You can bombard their natural from here. He actually has a probe up here, and I didn't see this. So I don't know if he goes for the expansion. I don't think he can afford. He needs to pump units now. His macro is sort of slacking off a bit. As he's engaging with the zealots, but they're gonna die. It's really awkward for him to get past here. His Archon died. I don't know how useful Archons is in this matchup actually. I don't feel like they're very useful. They gun down by tanks pretty hard. Oh, I also should have like 2 Goliaths in this army because it really puts a clock on the shuttle. And like right now, he can do whatever he wants with the shuttle, and I really don't like that. I really like putting pressure on that shuttle. Honestly, I could probably unsiege and just A-moving here right now. Not much to be worried about there. So I'm keeping production up at home, getting another factory, double upgrades on the way. Should start up +2 weapons soon as well. So remember doing that. So yeah, I'm pushing in here now, and he's pretty dead at this point because the tank count is getting pretty high, and I have way more stuff at home, right? Way more stuff at home. So GG. So I said I was gonna cast a game where I lose, right? But this was the first game I played, first TVP I played after doing the last video. So I was like, it was a pretty cool game, and I think it taught me some interesting lessons, right, about this game, which is like, if you like when you have advantages, like it's important to capitalize on those advantages. So I had a couple of options, right? after the initial start. I got a dream start to this game, right? He like walked his dragoon up here, and I managed to kill it for free, which is huge. Which meant he had no chance of ever setting up a contain here, because if Protoss can set up a contain and really slow down your push, because that's what they want to do. They want to set up a bunch of dragoons out here, right? So when you try to move out, if they catch you on siege, they will just attack move you and kill your army before it's in a good position. So you actually have to leapfrog your tanks out, and they just move back a few, like, they move back a few meters, like, you have to unsiege, and you have to siege again, and they move back, and they really slow down your push, and in the meantime, they get up a huge army, engage you in the middle of the map, do a trade, rematch quicker than you can, and win from there. So that's the Proto strategy, how you usually play PvT. But he wasn't able to do this game, because I got a really good start, and his one gate opening didn't help, right? If he'd done 2 gate opening, he might have been able to get a contain up. So that was this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said in the beginning, send me your replays. I'd really love to cast some. And I'll see you next time.